Hi, it's C. So I was thinking let's start dealing with some life truths. The first one, the biggest one perhaps, being this: you can control no one's behavior but your own. I'm going to say that again. You can control no one's behavior but your own. And that may seem very simple out of the gate. But here's the thing: if you stop for a second and think about the things that cause you the most aggravation at work, at home, around your family, friends, perhaps, if you think about it, I bet you many of those things stem from the fact that what you really want is for someone else to do something different, to behave differently, to treat you differently, to say different things in response to the things you say. In other words, at the core, you really do want to control someone else's behavior, when really all you can control is your own. Let's be clear. I am not saying that you are wrong and someone else or anyone else or everyone else is right. It's not a matter of being right or wrong. The thing is that you can only control your behavior, not the other person's. So if someone is treating you poorly, if someone is speaking to you in a way that's unkind and puts you down, if someone is somehow crushing your soul, trying to get them to change is misplaced energy. You need to figure out how you can change. How can you make it not bother you? Or if you cannot make it not bother you, and if it's huge, like someone soul crushing or talking to you in a way that really puts you down, then you should not be able to just accept that. That's not what you should be doing. You need to figure out the change on your end. Does it mean cutting that person out of your life? Does that mean talking to somebody, going into some kind of therapy perhaps, where you can learn to more strongly and more vigorously advocate for yourself and not accept that kind of behavior? Obviously, I don't know, and I'm not going to guess at every manifestation of that. But all I can tell you is this: when you have conflicts with your children, I know from experience, from my own life and from others, that very often what that's stemming from is you wanting to change their behavior. And as a parent, that is your job, to structure their behavior in a way that meets your moral and ethical and every other kind of code. That is your job. But at some point, they're not going to do it because that's their job. Their job is to create their own reality, their own moral code, their own truth, pave their own way. And so very often that's why in the teenage years, conflicts become a little escalated. But realize that what you might be trying to do is control their behavior, and they are not going to allow it. And so you are just exercising futility in continuing to do that. You have to find another way. Let me give you a simple example. When my daughter was, about 2 years old, I was folding some laundry on the couch, and every time I folded something, she took it off the couch and threw it on the floor. And I kept telling her, don't do that. Don't keep taking the clean laundry and throwing it on the floor and picking it up and refolding it and putting it down. And she would do the same thing. And I said to myself, also under the heading of pick your battles carefully, why am I trying to control this when all I need to do, she's so little, is put the laundry somewhere where she can't reach it? It was such a simple fix, and it was such a clear manifestation of those two things that I just said. One, pick your battles carefully, and two, remember, as my mother always told me, that I can control no one's behavior but my own. So you can yell at people, you can fight with people, you can argue with people, but what I would tell you is for your own peace of mind, for your own happiness, look inside. Look at the behavioral change you can make to yourself that might make things more palatable, more livable, more satisfactory for you. And I probably am touching on a very touchy point here, but I am going to say it's always interesting to me, this never ending battle we have as a country between people who want to support a woman's right to choose and people who want to argue that life begins before birth, and so we have to make abortion illegal. That is really the ultimate manifestation of this theory, because The truth is that no matter what your ethical, religious, moral, or political convictions or beliefs are, if a woman does not want to have a baby, she will not. And you cannot make her because you cannot control anyone's behavior but your own, which is why back in the day when it was illegal, so many women had back alley abortions. Now, again, I'm not saying whether or not that should be legal. What I am saying is that it is a very clear manifestation of this life truism, which is the flip side of you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make them drink because you cannot control that horse's behavior either. So I hope that that can maybe help bring you into a place of a little bit more peace with some of the conflicts maybe that are going on in your life. I do mean this to be very helpful advice because I do believe that it is a very basic life truth. And I'm going to be dealing with some more life truths in future vlogs. So if you have a life truth you would like to share with me, please do comment below. As always, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share this if you like it with some other people. Like and follow C. Peterson and Clouds and a Waffle on Instagram and Facebook. And I will see you again on Monday for the next vlog post in my vlog series.